Hey everybody, this is Lexi and thank you so much for joining me for another session. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to use the count off. Now, the reason why I use the count off is because it's my go-to option when I'm engineering my own sessions. I use it in addition to loop recording. If you haven't seen my video on how to use loop recording, please click on the info bubble on the screen and that will redirect you to that video. Using the loop record and the count off together just makes it so much easier to record myself when I'm engineering my own session, as you know I like to do, because it just keeps me in the vibe, right? So the count off gives me enough time to get into the booth and get comfortable before I start to sing without having to wait around for my loop to start over again. That way, I'm not wasting time waiting around for that. And basically it just keeps me more efficient. So if you don't want to use the count off, that being said, you don't have to. It's just an added feature that I like to use myself when I'm engineering because I feel that it makes my session more organized and a little bit better, So in this video, I'm going to be showing you, or telling you rather, what a count off is, and I'm going to show you how to turn it on, how to set the number of bars before it starts recording, how to use it with a click track, and how to apply it in your own session if you find yourself engineering for yourself. So first off, let's start with the definition of a count off. A count off, by formal definition, it's also called a count in or a lead in, is a verbal, instrumental, or visual cue used in musical performances and recordings to ensure a uniform entrance to the performance by the musician or musicians and to establish the piece's initial tempo, time signature, and style. That is the formal definition. So that is a count off. It's counting off how many bars you specified before it starts recording you. And that's the application that we're going to be using it for in Pro Tools, again, if you find yourself engineering your own session. So now I'm going to show you how to turn that on. Let's get into it. So we have our session here, right? If you look across the top of your screen, you should be looking for something that says count off. You'll notice here that we don't see it. Not a problem. If you run into that, you'll just go all the way to the right-hand side of your screen. Click on this little arrow here. You want to click on MIDI controls. And now we have a whole new little section that popped up. And here is where you can see where it says count off. So that's how you make sure that your count off control is actually showing on your screen. Now in the new section, you'll see the count off. It's not highlighted. That means that it's off. So to turn it on, to turn the count off on, you have to click on it and make sure that it's highlighted. Next to it, you can select how many bars you want your count off to be. So you'll just double click on that. And after you double click on that, a little box is going to show up. And there are a few options that you can go through as far as the click and count off options, but we'll come back to that later. What you really want to focus on is the amount of bars. Count off, right now it's set to 2. I typically, when I'm recording myself, I like to give myself 6 to 8 bars. So I'm going to put 8 bars right there. Click OK. And now when you press record, you'll have however many bars that you specified before it actually starts recording. So now when I hit 3, which is to record, you'll see that it starts flashing. It's not playing anything. That little light is just going on and off, and it's just blinking. That is your visual cue for the amount of time you have on your count off. If you want to hear something during the count off, and see it just went there, got 8 bars. So we're going to stop that real quick. If you want to hear something for your count off, you can create what is called a click track. Now, to do that, look up at the menu bar. That's this here. So you're going to look up at the menu bar. You're going to go over to where it says track, scroll down, create click track. So now a click track was created. Sorry, let me zoom in on that for you so you can see it. This is what a click track looks like. I'm going to make that a little bigger just because I don't like it being so small. Bring that to the forefront. So now we have our click track. Now the click track is basically a built-in metronome. If you go to the actual track, you can actually select the type of sound that you want. So on the track, here is the insert for it, or the plugin. Click on that, a little box pops up. If you want to hear a different sound, because right now, let me just let you hear what it sounds like without the track, just the click by itself. So it's kind of like a little beeping noise, right? Well, if you don't want to hear that, you can choose different sounds. So right now it's on a click, and I believe it's right here. Nope, not there. Right now it's on a click. It's the one right below it. So it's not that either. Right now it's on the click track. So if you don't want to hear that annoying beeping sound, this thing here, all you have to do in that little box where it says factory default, click on that, and now you have all of these different options. You can change it to a cowbell, and it gives a little accent on that first hit. A second cowbell, a marimba, or just basically any kind of sound that you want it to make if you don't want to hear that annoying little beeping sound. I'm used to this sound, so I don't mind it so much, but that's how you create an audible indicator that will, let you hear how long your count off is going to go for. So now I'm going to show you exactly what to expect when you do all of this. Flow on the track and this beat is retarded. No. So yeah, that is how you use the count off, and that is how you utilize it in your session should you ever find yourself, engineering for yourself. That's one of the tools that you can use to help your session be a little bit more organized and, not waste so much time. So yeah, go through the usual. If you found this helpful, and if you would like to see more content like this, please subscribe, and also make sure you click on the bell to get notified each and every time I post a new video. If you have any questions about being an artist or an engineer, or just what it's like being in the studio, or my personal journey as an artist, as always, you can leave a comment below this video, or you can send me an email, which I will link in the comment section for you. But again, thank you all so much for joining me for another session. Until next time, peace.